Good morning, everyone. It is Monday morning. Welcome to Coline's Yoga. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm changing things around slightly. You're probably wondering why it's 6:30 GMT because I've decided to go half-hour practice. So it's a little bit more accessible for everyone, especially if you don't have much time, if it's before work, or you're just busy in general. So we're going to do half hours practice every morning, which means I'm going to cut short on the end sequence, the relaxation, meditation. I will do separate videos on those ones so that you can do them at home if you want to after the class and just do them on your own. But for today, we're going to do a positive yoga practice and start the week on a good foot and get some energy and stay positive in the mind as well for the whole week. Alright, so if you want to follow me, we're going to start. You can sit in a comfortable position in the center of your mat. It can be cross-legged. If you've watched my little 5 minutes video I've released yesterday, it'll give you the different options as well. So we're going to bring the hands up. Take a deep breath in. Lengthen the spine, breathe in through the spine. Lower the shoulders, tuck the tailbone under. And we're going to keep the hands parallel as if we were holding a big bowl. Something, like a big bowl in between your hands. And we're going to start by rolling it forwards and on each side. Take your time. Try to keep the same space in between your arms at all times. And we want to keep the buttocks down on the mat as well. So let's just start by rolling this big ball. Try to keep your spine in a straight line as well. Don't take your neck too far down. So it's just a warm up gently. The lower back. And we're going to do a couple more. Come back to the center. Let's straighten the spine again, breathing in through. As you breathe in, gently stretch towards the sky and exhale. We're going to go forward again. Remember to keep these buttocks on the mat. Try to keep the arms the same distance. I know it's a bit difficult. Take your time, roll forward and to the side. Let's try not to move the head too much. If it feels more awkward on this side, don't worry, it's really normal. It's always a side that feels a little bit more awkward. There's a few more here. Keep on breathing deeply as you come up and go forward. And that's the last one. We're going to bring the arms back up. Stretch here, stretch your fingertips and release. Let's roll the shoulders back. Gently we can place the fingertips onto the shoulders to pull them back even more and down as well. And the other way around. And we're going to come forward, bring the arms forward, and gently bring them across the chest. You can place your hands onto your shoulder blades behind you and gently push the shoulder blades in together as if you wanted them to touch. So gently squeeze here. Try to keep the elbows on top of each other And push the shoulders down as well. Let's do the other side. You can release the arms wide out. Bring them the other way around and place your hands just behind your shoulder blades. Try to keep the elbows in line and squeeze here. Let's lower the shoulders down. Take a deep breath in and you can release. Let's just do a wrist stretch here. So we want to gently interlace the fingers, push the palms forward, bring the shoulders back. That is our first wrist stretch. And then you can leave the right hand there. Just take your left hand out. Place the palms into your right palm and gently pull those fingers and then the whole of your hand towards you, but keep that right arm straight forward. Does that make sense? I can shoot to the side a little bit. So you're getting a nice deep stretch into the wrist. It's really good for arthritis as well. Keep on breathing here. And last breath. Let's do one on the other side. So this time you push that left palm away from you. You can place the right hand on top of it and gently bring your left fingertips towards you. Keep that left arm straight, but remember to keep that shoulder back and push it forward too far. And a little bit more. Try to push those fingers. Show you this way. No, maybe this way. Easier to see. Okay, you can release these arms. We're going to walk those hands forward. Take a deep breath here. And let's see if we can walk them a little bit further. Keep the buttocks down. Stretch here as much as possible. So nice deep stretch as well. You can release the forearms down and lower the head down. Then you can walk the hands back. We're going to take the legs wide open. So as far as you feel comfortable and as far as you can keep your feet pointing up, that's pretty much how you gauge how far you can take your legs apart. So if you're struggling to keep your feet up, then bring them closer a little bit. It doesn't matter really how far you go. It's mostly for you, as long as you're getting a nice good stretch, but you're still having a good position and support for your back. So inhale, we're going to bring the arms up. Nice straight spine, and we're going to go forward. Take your time, try to keep your hands parallel until they reach the ground. Once they've reached the ground again, you can try to walk them further forward, or maybe just rest your forearms down gently, or stay there. If you cannot go any further, that's absolutely fine. Just relax the upper body, relax the head down, keep the toes pointing up. Let's take a few breaths here. So relax, take your time, breathe in deeply. Try to relax the body as you exhale. And you can walk these hands back up. This time we're going to walk them to the side. So walking them to one side. Let's bring one on each side of the leg and let gently lower the upper body down. Again, try to keep the buttocks down onto your mat. Just release the head down, relax the upper body and breathe here. See if you can let yourself sink into the stretch. It's just a warm up, remember, so you don't have to force it. Just let the body do whatever feels right to start. You can walk the hands to the other side, one on each side of the leg, then gently release here with a couple breaths. Again, no need to force it. Let's start gently here. Alright, you can bring the legs back to the center. For that, we place the hands just below the knees so you can grab your knees, bring them back. We're going to turn to the side, your short side of your mat. You can keep both legs bent. We're going to walk the feet closer to the buttocks and we're going to try to keep the spine long and straight. So how do we do that? We grab all of our knees and then we breathe in through the spine again. Imagine the thread pulling you up from the top of your head. It's a nice long straight spine and you can release the head forward. Let's try to keep the knees as close as possible. Breathe in, bring the head back to the center. We're going to go from here into Navasana, the boat posture, which is a strong core posture. So what we can do here, we're going to walk the toes forward. We're going to take the arms out. Remember that nice long straight spine? Let's try to keep it that way, but we're gently going to take the back down slightly. Try to bring the shoulders back as well. When you do this, you can already feel your core working. And now we're going to try to lift and straighten the legs. So we're going to do this together. Let's try to hold it for 3 breaths. Ready? And 2 and 3. Release. That is a really strong stretch. You can grab hold of your knees again. Gently lengthen the spine and release forward. And this is our recovery stretch, the same way we go into child's pose. So really good with the boat posture. Let's try another one. We'll do 3 breaths again. You don't have to take your legs too far. If they're still bent, if they're just here in front of you, that's absolutely fine. Try to take them off the mat as much as possible. If you need to lower yourself down more, feel free to do the posture where you feel comfortable. Let's do it again together. 3 breaths. Ready? Take your arms out, shoulders back, and inhale up. And release. Very good. Squeeze your knees in. Inhale the spine up. Release forward. Okay, that's it. Let's go into child's pose. You can come down onto your knees. Or take these knees slightly apart. Bring the feet together. Then sit down onto our feet. Walk the hands forward. Stretch the back here as far as it will go. Gently push your abdomen down into your thighs and release. Release the forehead down, release the forearms, and breathe here only. I'll take a few breaths here. Take this moment to recover. Let the breathing come coming back naturally to you and flow through the body. And on the next inhale, we're going to come up into all fours, tuck the toes under, and push up into a downward facing dog. So downward facing dog, the feet are parallel, hands are parallel. We're on the same line on either side of the body. And you can start by bending one knee after the other, stretching one leg a little bit deeper and opening up the hips as well. We'll take a few more breaths here. Find your posture, take your time. And the last deep breath here. You're going to walk the feet forward in between the hands. Take your time. Bend the knees here. Release the hands. And release the head down. And you're going to bend the knees even more. Push up on the inhale to come up. Bring the arms up as well. Look up. And bring the hands together and onto the heart for a last breath here. Then we're going to place all of our weight onto our left leg. Lift the right leg up. Wrap it around the left leg. Lower your hips. See if you can place your right foot so it's secured in a nice position. And you can take your arms out. Fix your gaze in front of you, straight in front of you or on the floor. We're going to wrap the arms around so the right arm comes under the left arm. Then the palms come in each other. And we're going to lift the arms so the elbows are about shoulder height. Lower yourselves down, bending the knees even more. And gently lean forward, tracking that tailbone under. And coming out. This is your eagle posture. So it is a difficult and strong posture. Take your time to go in this posture. And if you lose your balance, take the time to go back in and practice it several times. It doesn't matter if you can't hold it for long. It is a difficult posture, so just take the time to practice it and it will get easier. Don't worry about this. Let's just bring the feet parallel. We're going to take a deep breath in, look up, and exhale forward and down. Take the upper body down into a forward bend. Then we can place the fingertips either on the floor if you can reach, or keep your hands onto your legs. Look forward. And then walk back, or just take your hands back down to your feet. And this time we're going to take a big jump, or you can also just walk the feet, whatever is more comfortable for you. So jump back or walk the feet back into a downward facing dog. We'll take a few deep breaths here. Again, you can walk the knees one by one. Lift the hips further up. Take a last deep breath here. See if you can straighten the legs. Push the heels down into your mat. Straighten the arms and the spine as well. And let's inhale, come forward into plank or chaturanga. And lower yourself down. You can bring the knees down if that's easier. And release completely onto the mat. And we can push up into an upward facing dog. So all the way up. And we're going to tuck the toes under and push up to come off the mat. And that is your upward dog. Coming back down, on the exhale, you can release completely. Place your hands down. We're going to go into a child's pose. So come up onto your knees, bend the knees, place them slightly apart, bring the feet together, walk back, release here. Let's breathe here for a couple of breaths. we're going to inhale, come forward, tuck the toes under, push up into a downward facing dog again. Let's walk this feet one by one, even more stretching those legs. And you can even walk the feet all the way to the hands now. Release the head down. Bend your knees. Release the arms and pushing up onto both legs. Come up. Bring the arms up. Look up to your hands. Bring the hands together and onto the heart. Take a deep breath here. Then place all of your weight onto your right leg. And we're going to wrap the left leg around it. See if you can place your left foot somewhere where it doesn't move. And then we're going to wrap the arms around. This time we bring the left arm under the right arm. Bend the elbows. Place the palms against each other. And then lift those arms so that the elbows are shoulder heights. Then you can bend the knees, lower yourself down, lean forward, tucking that tailbone under. And that is your eagle posture, or Gaudasana. Let's take a few more breaths here. If you lose your balance, go back in slightly and slowly. And this is it. You can release. You can shake your knees. We're going to come back down into a forward bend. You can walk the hands down. Keep them onto your legs or ankles, or bring them down onto the mat. Let's take a couple deep breaths here for release. Let your upper body sink down even more. I just need to check the time. Yeah, we've got 5 minutes. Okay. One more deep breath here. See if you can walk them further down. Grab hold of your ankles. Pull yourself down even more. And we're going to come back up. So bend your knees. Inhale, push up slowly and gently. Bring the spine up. Inhale, those arms up as well. Look up. Bring the hands together. Exhale down onto your heart. Let's turn to the long side of your mat. Facing forward. Keep those hands together. Take your feet further than hip distance apart. And we're going to bend the knees and come straight down into what we call a yogi squat. Or we also call it malasana, the goddess posture. So you can either stay here with your feet flat onto your mat, but a lot of my students find that actually more difficult than coming up onto tiptoes. So you can also come up onto tiptoes, but it's certainly up to you. If you come up on your toes, lengthen the spine by tucking the tailbone under, breathing in through the spine. You can tuck the chin in slightly. Keep on using your elbows to open up those hips and inner thighs by pushing the legs away from you. And don't forget to lower the shoulders down as well. So there's quite a few things. Let's take a couple more breaths here. And you can release by placing your hands down, coming back down onto flat feet. We're going to sit here. Just gently come to sitting. Again, always feel free to grab your support, whether it's a bolster, a cushion, whatever you've got at home that you're using. Always feel free to use that as well during the session, especially to sit down. You can place your hands, palms on top of your knees. You can do the chin mudra, which is thumb and first finger index together and other fingers close together. Or you can just keep your hands on top of each other as well. We are going to close our eyes here for a couple breaths. So close your eyes at home and gently breathe in, bringing all of your awareness into your breath. And we're going to take this moment here to just observe how you're feeling in your body today, how you're feeling in your mind as well, in general. Take the time to breathe in and out deeply, releasing all the tensions and the fatigue or anything you might be feeling. To just wash it away. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And we are just going to bring the hands together onto the heart. Take a deep breath here. Set some good intentions for the week. Keep a positive mind. And I hope to see you here tomorrow morning. It will be 6:30 GMT time again. And if you're wondering where the other live videos went, I took them off the channel because the quality was so poor, but don't worry, I'm gonna redo them again. So we'll cover all of these ones again at some point. So have a lovely day, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.